Привет! Today we are learning Russian past tense according to Victor Tsoi song. But before we start our listening practice, where we will check your listening comprehension, I will tell you about how grammar works, so you could notice and observe these grammar constructions directly in the song. Let's get started. So, Russian past tense, how does it work? Actually, it is pretty simple. All you need to do is just take the verb in infinitive form, drop the t part, and add the l instead. Also, sometimes do not forget to add some gender endings if needed. What do I mean when I say if needed? We always need to pay our attention on the subject, and according to this subject, we add or don't add any gender endings. Let's look at the example and you will see how does it work. For example, делать. Делать with t in the end is infinitive word, as you see, infinitive form. If we drop the t and add l instead, we get делал. This form can be referred to masculine subject. So if you're a man, you will use this form. If you're talking about another man, you will use this form too. Он делал. Я, if I'm a man, я делал. We add extra a if the subject is feminine. Делала. Она делала. Я, because I'm a woman, делала. Вчера я делала. If it's neuter, so it's оно, it, we add о. Делало. Вот так. Оно делало. And because of it's usually unstressed, it sounds like a too, so sometimes students confuse feminine and neuter form, but I will pronounce both of them now and you try to get the difference. Я делала, оно делало. So it's very slight different, but in neuter form it's more sound. In делала it's a. Pretty clear. And about plural, when the subject is plural, we add и. Делали. Вот так. Pretty simple, especially compared to the present tense. If you already have learned conjugations, in past tense, conjugations doesn't matter at all. All you need to do is add л and gender ending according to the subject. Он делал, она делала, оно делало, мы делали, или они делали, for example. What do we do with verb быть? As with all other verbs, он был, она была, neuter, оно было, plural, они были. We use this verb when we don't have another motion verb. For example, вчера я была в музее. I don't tell you about what did I do there. I just tell you the fact that I was there. In this case, we use быть. Я была в музее. Or ты был в Италии. Have you ever been to Italy? So that's how Russian past tense works. Up to me, pretty simple, especially compared with Russian present tense. Now you are completely ready to our listening practice, so let's get started. So, today we are listening to В наших глазах song by KINO. Your task will be, first of all, fill in the gaps with the words above. This will help you to check your listening comprehension. After this, try to spot as many past tense verbs as you can. Also, you have an English translation below as a hint. So, let's get started. The first verse.
Постой, не уходи, мы ждали лета, пришла зима. Мы заходили в дома, но в домах шел снег. Мы ждали завтрашний день, каждый день ждали завтрашний день. Мы прячем глаза за шторами век.
So, was it difficult for you? Now let's check your answers. Here we have two seasons, лето и зима. Лето, summer, зима, winter. After this we have word снег, which is snow. After this, 3 times день, and the last word is глаза, which will be very helpful because now we're moving to куплет. But before we do this, let's look at the past tense verbs. Here we have ждали 3 times. Ждали try to recreate infinitive form. Drop the le and add t instead. What do we get? Ждать. Ждать is wait. Also, we have here пришла, заходили и шел. Шел is irregular verb, which we're going to discuss in the end of this video. There are only one irregular verb you need to know on the beginning level, so we will talk about this just a bit later. So now let's move to couplet. Here we go. This is the lyrics of couplet. Here we don't have any past tense, so just focus on your listening comprehension and filling in the gaps.
В наших глазах крики вперед, в наших глазах окрики стой, в наших глазах рождение дня и смерть огня. В наших глазах звездная ночь, в наших глазах потерянный рай, в наших глазах закрытая дверь. Что тебе нужно, выбирай.
So now let's check the correct answers. Here we have рождение и смерть. It's two opposite words. Рождение is birth. That's why we say день рождения with я in the end because of the genitive case. It's birthday. Смерть is death. Also we have ночь, which is night, рай, paradise, дверь, door, and нужно, very helpful word. The synonym for нужно can be надо, it means you need something. And pay attention, we use these words with dative case, as I have already explained in one of my videos. Тебе нужно или мне надо, it means I need something. If you want to use a verb after this, you can, but in infinitive form. For example, мне нужно работать. I need to work. Very useful construction on any level, so try to use it in your daily speech too. So now we're moving to verse 2. Here is the second verse. Your task is the same. Fill in the gaps with words and spot past tense verbs.
Хотели пить, не было воды. Мы хотели света, не было звезды. Мы выходили под дождь и пили воду из луж. Мы хотели песен, не было слов. Мы хотели спать, не было снов. Мы носили траур, оркестр играл.
And now the correct answers. Here we have пить, which means drinking. And right after this, we have пили in past tense. As you see, we drop te, add l instead, and the subject is plural. Subject is мы. Мы are plural, it's we. That's why we add letter e. Мы пили. Пили воду из луж. Before this, we have word дождь. It's pretty, phonetically, pretty unusual word because sometimes people say дождь. I prefer to say дождь, but some people say дождь, like sh, instead of ж, d, and soft sign they say sh. How to say it's up to you, both variants are just fine. After this we have verb спать, which means sleeping, and one more past verb is играл. Оркестр is singular, on оркестр ends with consonant, it's masculine word, masculine noun, that's why we use играл. That's it, just added l instead of t of infinitive играть. That's it. And what past tense do we have here? We have a lot of хотели. Хотели in plural. Let's try to recreate infinitive form. Let's drop e, let's drop l, and add t instead. Хотеть. That's the infinitive. Хотеть means want. And some other past tense verbs are выходили и носили. By the way, pay your attention on unusual grammar structures as мы хотели пить. Why do we use past tense, хотели, and after this infinitive, пить? Why don't we put both words in past tense? I will tell you just in a second. So, two important notes about past tense. Please compare these two structures. Мы хотели спать, мы хотели пить, или хотели спали, хотели пили. When we use infinitive after past tense, it means we wanted to do something. So хотели is the main verb. It shows that we wanted. What did we want? Мы хотели спать. We wanted to sleep. So as in English you use infinitive, in Russian we use infinitive too. We just don't have this to part. Хотели спать, wanted to sleep. Хотели пить, wanted to drink. But if we put both words in past tense, it usually requires e between or comma, and it means just two separate actions. Хотели спали, wanted and slept. Хотели пили, wanted and drank. And one irregular verb I want you to know in the beginning level. It's verb идти, which means to go. It's irregular in both present and past tense, but now we're talking only about past. So, masculine singular form will be шел. Он шел в кино. Feminine form will be шла. Вчера я шла на работу. Ньюта шло. Время шло. Plural is шли. Они шли гулять. As you see, again, I used infinitive after past tense, so they went for a walk in English. You will say in Russian, we just use infinitive after past tense. Они шли гулять. Like this. And example which we had in Цой song is в домах шел снег. So literally it means it was snowing. But in Russian we don't say это было снег. We say снег шел, as if snow literally went somewhere. Вот так. That's all you need to know about Russian past tense. Up to me, it's pretty simple, especially compared with present and future tense, which are complicated enough. I hope you will be able to use these grammar structures in your daily speech very soon. But in case you still have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you like my teaching method and would like to take individual classes with me, also please let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed listening to KINO as much as I did. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!